How y'all doing? Gone too far. You and I. I'm going to put you on the spot. This is my friend Hal, y'all. Give him a hand.
Nope. Hi, Hal.
Song about a woman that left me.
That's perfect.
With her sitting right here looking, and it would have been okay if you hadn't started like that. But my excuse here is you and I wrote this song, so maybe it's your fault. Your song. So I write with a bunch of different people, and the ones I like the most are the ones that like to write the song, and they don't really care where it goes or what it's about or what kind of song it is. And that's what this guy's like. I love writing with this guy. I ain't telling everybody about you leaving. I ain't giving up on someday you coming back. It ain't like I'm overwhelmed or thinking a little crazy, just wishing you might come back. It turned out that you miss me. So if you ever smile, remembering how we talked all night, and if you ever wish that you were here and so was I, and if you ever think them stars that might line up just right, that might be you, that might be you missing me. If somebody steals your heart and he's your forever, and it turns out you ain't never coming back, well, I'll probably still be hoping with a heart that's way past broken, still thinking you might think there's still a chance. So if you ever smile, remembering how we talked all night, and if you ever wish that you were here and so was I, and if you ever think them stars that might line up just right, that might be you, it might be you missing me. Missing me. But I'll probably still be hoping with a heart that's way past broken, just thinking you might think there's a little chance that someday you might smile, remembering how we talked all night, and maybe even wish that you were here and so was I. It seems to me them lonely stars, they might line up just right, but that ain't true. That ain't true. That ain't true. That's just me missing you. Thank you. I don't like you, and I'm sorry.
Hello there, y'all. I'm going to roll it right over here to Mr. Nick Halstead. Man, me and Mr. Nick, we kind of got through together on a stage one night.
Yeah.
At a hotel downtown Nashville. Didn't know one another. Sitting to the right and left of Miss Becca Ray.
Correct.
That's how we met. But and grew to be friends pretty quick. Wrote a couple songs together, and then here comes COVID. But just just shut everybody down for a little while. But Nick Halstead, y'all give it up for him.
Hello. Thanks for letting me play here. Place is awesome out here. Jamie was very clear that we're to talk about the songs and do intros and stuff, and I am notoriously bad at talking, period, especially on a microphone. So I'm gonna try out a couple of like little intros to the songs that I'm trying to, describe or whatever.
Work them out.
I'll work them out. So please bear with me, but I'm a musician in Nashville, and I've had the opportunity a lot of times to travel and play music on the road, and it sounds awesome. And it's me and my buddies kind of just got together to write a little bit more of a realistic picture of it, I guess. So anyway, this song is called Pass the Time. Play on everything. I went to the store, got a can of beans, gonna cook 'em at the Motel 6 that I'm staying at for free. Can't believe I'm gonna be on the radio. It's a poor boy's dream, just a guitar for a show. And half the nights when they dim the lights, I'm 3 sheets to the wind. But I bet if you were in my shoes, we'd probably be friends. What's a man supposed to do in a town he's never been to? And it's bottom shelf tequila, playing shows all night. Ain't trying to reach the top, just trying to keep on trucking. It's the alcohol and the Adderall helps me to pass the time. Oh, I forgot the last part, sorry. Just south of Bangor, Maine, all wrapped up in boredom. Got a slot tonight at the VF Hall, and I'm leaving in the morning. I've been here since Thursday, and I don't play till 9. I'll take a walk to clear my head and catch some peace of mind. And I met some folks said they loved the show, but they can't recall my name. And to tell the truth, I was messed up too, and I guess I'm the one to blame. What's a man supposed to do in a town he's never been to? And it's bottom shelf tequila, playing shows all night. Ain't trying to reach the top, just trying to keep on trucking. It's the alcohol and the Adderall helps me to pass the time. You could say I've got a problem, you could say I'm not quite right. But when you put it down on paper, guess I'm living for the night. What's a man supposed to do in a town he's never been to? And it's bottom shelf tequila, playing shows all night. Ain't trying to reach the top, just trying to keep on trucking. It's the alcohol and the Adderall helps me to pass the time. It's the alcohol and the Adderall helps me to pass the time. Thank you.
Nick Halstead, y'all.
Thank you.
Boss, could I get just a little squitch of that back up from what it was, if it's okay? Yeah, so that's what kind of this is supposed to be about a little bit is turn that back a little bit. Is the stories behind the song, so to speak. And I've like the first 3 songs, I thought, man, I really want to do stuff that I've just written, so I can dig in a little deeper. And I hit Nick Halstead. It's okay.
Apparently my cord got it. Sorry.
We'll edit that part out.
Right
Yeah, we're
now.
coming in hot. We need a rag. We need a rag. Stat.
What's the worst that could happen?
Stat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll keep going here. I won't let anything pause here. But, we just got a little water on the floor. It's all good. What's a little water off a dog's back? You got it there? Okay. So I dedicated these first 3 songs to my wife, right? So mine and my wife, she's going to kill me because she's watching. But our first kiss, I remember it well because it was in Hendersonville, backed up to the lake. We went there to practice for our first kiss for when we got married. And no kidding, because we got married quick. I was like, man, when I met her, I was like, this has got to happen because if I don't grab this girl, somebody else is. So we was engaged and married like in 6 months and done.
Hell yeah.
And we've been together going on 24 years, so I can't knock it. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And so I'm working on my stories too.
Okay.
Working on my stories too. But so I'm in my house down in Daphne. I had took kind of a little break from Nashville and went back to Alabama for a little while. And I was walking around in the garage with guitar strapped on my back. I had a different little guitar at the time, a little Stella. And I had this idea for a first kiss. And it just never would hit. It never would hit. And finally, I remember standing at the painted workbench with the notebook. And that's it. I had my old car behind me and everything just like clicked. But, and I'm sure everybody in here remembers where they were at when they got their first kiss. I'm sorry. If you think back, you'll know that this dude just started smiling from ear to ear right here. And he's guilty. He's guilty. But mine with my wife, I call that my first kiss. But this is kind of in my mind how I paint the picture. It was like I died for 60 seconds. It was 11:59. I remember my heartbeat for the very last time. Then there was a touch of her hand. My whole world spun around. It was her, the moon, her mama and me, and her voice was the only sound that I could hear. She whispered, if it's just a kiss you won't know way too long, mama's on her way to turn them lights back on. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, boy, it's just a little kiss. It's just a little kiss. So I was standing between the kiss of my dreams and the squeak of a no-screen door. Then my lights came on, I knew my chance was gone. She whispered to me once more. Said, if it's just a kiss you won't know way too long, mama's on her way to turn them lights back on. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, boy, it's just a little kiss. It's just a little kiss. So I kissed her. But I just kissed the back of her hand. And my old truck runs slow and she won't let go, and I'm due home at midnight. So if it's just a kiss you won't know way too long, mama's on her way to turn them lights back on. Don't be afraid, no, don't be afraid, boy. It's just a little kiss. It's just a little kiss. Just a little kiss, y'all. Thank you. Give it back up to Mr. Hal over here.
What are you doing to me?
What do you mean?
Now I've got to sing a sweet song. All I know are sad, heartbreaky songs, really. But I can do one. I'll do a song I wrote with two good friends of mine, Greg Wilson and Zach Hennard, and we've written every Wednesday for a couple of years now, Wednesday mornings, 9:30. She was the giggle in the back of his 9th grade history classroom, the off-key singing beside him in his rusty Jeep, that fall asleep on the couch snore she swore never happened. She was that scream, yes, before he could get down on one knee. Who knew love could sound like this? When everybody knows love sounds like June wedding bells, it's Sinatra playing softly in the dark. But what about the crackling of a bonfire in October, or the beating of a newborn baby's heart, or his name rolling softly off her lips? Who knew love? Who knew love could sound like this? It was never quiet in that house off of Main Street. Dogs and children, tears and laughter shook the walls. Crickets sang as they spent evenings on that porch swing, holding hands, not saying anything at all. Who knew love could sound like this? 'Cause everybody knows love sounds like June wedding bells. It's Sinatra playing softly in the dark. But what about the crackling of a bonfire in October, or the beating of a newborn baby's heart, or his name rolling softly off her lips? Who knew love? Who knew love could sound like this? Now he's sitting in a cold chair at the hospital. He always thought he'd be the first to leave. He holds her hand and listens to her breathe. 'Cause everybody knows love sounds like June wedding bells. It's Sinatra playing softly in the dark. But what about the music of a lifetime lived together, or the beating of a lonely broken heart, or his name rolling softly off her lips? What he'd give to hear his name on her lips. Who knew love? Who knew love could sound like this?
Hello, Dale, y'all, man.
Thank you.
I never heard that one, brother. It's awesome.
Guess it's my turn again.
You need a bigger table.
That was beautiful. No, I just need so my cord wrapped around that
Okay,
cup.
I just wanted to make
I
sure.
appreciate it.
You need a sippy cup?
Actually, thank you for the
I
reminder.
was, you get to swinging that thing around.
I know. I move. Forgive me for the way I'm playing. If it sounds worse, then I know you've never heard me before, but if it sounds bad, it's because I'm playing weird, because I cut my fingers all the pieces on a metal roof the other day I was trying to put up. So my hands are all cut up, and I got stung by a bee yesterday. So
You got
it's just
kicked by a horse last week.
It's been a week,
didn't you?
man. Got a Charlie horse. This next song I just wrote with a couple of buddies, and just recorded it the other day. Or I just got the masters back. So this is one of the songs that I'm going to be putting out soon. And I've never been able to say that before, so that's kind of cool. I've been in Nashville like 6 years. Just realized that. That's cool. So anyway, this is called Long Way to Go. And it's what the whole thing's called for no real reason that I didn't want to call it the other one. So this goes like this. Hell no, I can't sleep sober. I like a drink when my day's over. A little smoke to start and then I chase that high all day. Oh, but what goes up must come back down, and I've been falling for a while now. It ain't where I wanna be, leaning harder on the green than the grace. And if the good die young is what they sing, does somebody wanna tell me what my getting older means? I hear it straightens out this here winding road. Oh, I guess that means I got a long way to go. Told you. Now, if time can bring you wisdom, you'd think I'd be living different. Instead of digging this hole deeper each and every day. Oh, but one of these days I'll climb back out and I'll find myself on good ground. I'll flip the moon, the bird, and tell the whole damn world it's mine now. And if the good die young is what they sing, somebody wanna tell me what my getting older means? I hear it straightens out this here winding road. Oh, I guess that means I got a long way to go. And if the good die young is what they sing, somebody wanna tell me my getting older means? I hear it straightens out this here winding road. Oh, I guess it means I got a long way to go. I said, I guess that means I got a long way to go. That's
Good gosh,
thank you.
dude.
Thank you.
So how old are you again, Nick?
Excuse me?
How old are you again?
I'm 31.
31. You got a long way to go. Yeah. Way a lot longer to go than I do. I run into a wall last week. Just stopped me dead in my tracks. Bam, 49. I said, I ain't going no further. I went and seen a guy there's a little place in Fairhope, Alabama called the Page and Palette. And it's like a bookstore, coffee shop, really cool little place. They got an area not quite this size, and they have music there. They have songwriters come through and play. And a guy by the name of Abraham Partridge, call him Abe Partridge or something like that. I could be pronouncing his last name wrong. I went and seen him one night, and I left. It's weird how as a songwriter, you can go see another songwriter and leave inspired. Like, man, I've got to write something tonight, or I'm going to pop. You know. So I got home, and at the time I had my little Stella again, my little old Stella I have, and I was sitting around noodling on it. And once this song hit me, it started coming out. My wife had to get up and go to work the next morning, and she said, "We got to go to bed." So it's, and don't you get on to me wherever you at. She's watching, I know. She's always watching. But so I went to bed, and the song would not leave. So I got back up. Of course, after she went to sleep. So I got back up, and this song really never stopped. And I couldn't mess it up because I try to play it too fancy, I think, for me. I'm not that fancy of a player. But this is one of my wife's favorite songs, she says. This song is called Georgia. Georgia never been far past the edge of the driveway. She never even seen that small town city limit sign. She'd heard the town folk talk about the big city. And Georgia never dreamed one day she'd have a chance to fly. Well, he rode into town, must have been springtime. Got a part-time job working for Georgia's old man. And springtime slowly rolled right on into summer. And down on one knee he asked with Georgia's right hand. Georgia sang, only if you love me till the end of time. Only if you love me till the day you die. Till the day you die. Fast forward 10 years, 2 kids, 1 job, and a mortgage. And Georgia still hadn't seen that city limit sign. That man had promised and said, Georgia, I'm gonna love you forever. He up and left Georgia in the middle of the night. Now Georgia sang, hush, little baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna love you till the day she dies. Till the day she dies. Georgia never asked why, I begged him to come home. Like a daddy always said, you just do the best you can. There's a big old world out there waiting on you, Georgia. And one day, baby girl, gonna find you the right man. And he's gonna sing, Georgia, if you'll love me till the end of time. Georgia, if you'll love me to the day you die. To the day you die. Georgia, y'all. Thank you. Before I give this back to Mr. Howell, I'm going to go ahead and introduce a young lady that's going to come up and sing some songs in my chair here. She's my special guest tonight. And I got to know Miss Nicole over Smoking on the Road in Nashville. Started out at Douglas Corner. I met you there, I'm pretty sure. And we've wrote a few songs. I don't know what Miss Nicole's going to sing for y'all tonight, but I know it's going to be great. But I'm going to slide out of this chair for a little bit, let her have it, and let y'all enjoy these fellas sing for a few more minutes here, or tonight, as long as everybody will hang out. I hope everybody's having a good time. Y'all having a good time? All right, all right. Well, I'm going to give it over to Mr. Hal. And Hal, you do your thing. I love you, my brother.
So, I'm still a little blown away by that song that I just heard, and I hope you guys like that as much as we do. But to sit up here by a good friend and hear that, I don't know what I'd be willing to pay for this, but it'd be a hell of a lot. So I grew up in Kansas and Oklahoma mostly. I was born in Alabama, but moved out there my formative years, I guess you'd say. And had some good friends that farmed and ranched in western Oklahoma and the panhandle of Texas. And I sort of come up with this story that I'll tell y'all, and I'll sort of shorten it so that it doesn't take too long. But So the Spanish conquistadors, they crossed the plains in the 1500s and 1600s. And where I was living, they really didn't leave much of a mark as far as people or architecture. But what they left was the horse, and the horse transformed the Comanche tribe from a kind of a agrarian hunter-gatherer community to the most fearsome group of horse soldiers and horse warriors that the world's probably ever known. At their peak, they had dominion over between 600 and 800,000 square miles from South Texas to Kansas, and from eastern part of Oklahoma out into New Mexico. After the Civil War, the United States made it their mission to open up the Great Plains, and within just a few years, the reign of the Comanches was over in the Southern Plains. In 1874, they were confined to the last reservation. It was outside of Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And we as a people began to farm and began to ranch that country, and we fed the world. Family farms fed the world. And within less than 100 years, family farms didn't really feed the world anymore. Which Which brings us to this song. This song is about being one of those family farmers. And being last in line to live on that family farm, on that land that you knew and your parents knew, and far back as you could remember. The auction bill said dryland farm. Total acres 618. House is old or barns are clean. Spring rains turn the pastures green. But what it didn't say was 1923. My great-grandpa signed the note. It's good he's dead, so he don't know. I went and let the whole thing go. So you can run me off this ranch, where you can paint the family name right off the gate. Where you can pave the whole damn thing with concrete, bury all the grass away. Do all you can with all your time. In the end, it won't be yours any more than it was mine. Everything worth selling's gone. Everything that ain't is mine. The hard red dirt I leave behind, I never knew another kind. Kiowa County let me go. All you did was keep me poor. I never knew the game before, but Jesus, now I know for sure. Run me off this ranch, where you can paint the family name right off the gate. You can pave the whole damn thing with concrete, bury all the grass away. Do all you can with all your time. In the end, it won't be yours any more than it was mine. And tonight, stroke of midnight, I won't be losing money farming anymore. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You do not want to be the guy following that nonsense.
I've heard you sing. You're all right. You got no worries.
Yeah, but I like songs that you could tell they got some meat on the bones a little bit, and that's a cool one. I found out last night that Hal is not Hal in the Mountains from the Smoky Mountains, which I assumed. Hal is Hal in the Mountains from the Utah out there. And we just went, me and my girlfriend over here, Nicole, we went out with some friends. We drove out to Montana recently for a music festival up in Whitefish. And we went to Kansas and then like through Denver and then up through Wyoming. It was like, I'd never seen the West before, but it was beautiful out there. And they got something pretty cool going on out there. And anyway, this song is kind of a little bit towards that, a little bit of a head nod towards that, but it's beautiful. I wake up in the morning and there's hardly any left. All the cards are on the table, and the boots are on the shelf. I got questions without answers. I got more than I can see. On the day that I go crazy, somebody sing a song for me. Lonely road that I travel on. It's a lonely road, and it's where I belong. I reckon it could take a lifetime from beginning to the end. One thing for certain, that you can't begin again. And the summer sun is setting, and the snows are coming soon. They say it's gonna be a long one. Just hope that I can make it through. Lonely road that I travel on. It's a lonely road, and it's where I belong. Sandy hills out in the desert, could be oceans in the wind, could be somewhere on a mountain where I find some peace again. What's it like to be the winner of a sad old country song, when the journey I've been taking led me to it all along? Lonely road that I travel on. It's a lonely road, and it's where I belong. It's called Lonely Road. Thank you. Thank you.
These are some talented guys I'm sharing the stage with.
I'm excited to hear you.
Hey, y'all. I am Nicole Coley, and I'm so excited to be able to share some songs with you guys tonight, too. So I'm going to share this first one because it's got a good story that goes with it. So I write mostly Christian music, which I'll share some of tonight, too. But this is one of the first country songs I ever wrote, and I actually wrote this one about a friend's relationship. I've noticed that's a trend that happens with the songs I write, mostly about what my friends are going through if they're telling me about it. So she was kind of liking this guy, thought it was mutual, he was liking her back, and then next thing we know, he's got a girlfriend who is not said friend. So really was just trying to encourage her that, like, doesn't discount anything about how wonderful she is. It just maybe wasn't meant to be, and this other gal was. So all of those conversations and feelings brought about this song. It's called Maybe She. Really thought I felt it, thought you felt it too. Something there, spark in the air that could lead to something new. Next thing I know, there's another girl taking all your time. Someone else maybe she was prettier, and maybe she was funnier, or maybe she was everything you were looking for all along. Maybe she said the right thing better than me, or maybe it was nothing that I could have done wrong. Maybe she was just the one. Maybe she was just the one. And how do I move on like I'm supposed to do? It's not as easy for me as it was for you. 'Cause I don't even know anymore how I'm feeling. 'Cause every time I see you, I just keep thinking maybe she was prettier, and maybe she was funnier, or maybe she was everything you were looking for all along. And maybe she said the right things better than me, or maybe it was nothing that I could have done wrong. Maybe she was just the one. Maybe she was just the one. And now I can't waste another minute. When I say I wish you the best, I really mean it. Ooh, yeah, I'm letting go, so I don't miss when the warmth of me comes. Who fights for me and never makes me question. Maybe she was prettier, and maybe she was funnier, or maybe she was everything you were looking for all along. And maybe she said the right things better than me, or maybe it was nothing that I could have done wrong. Maybe she was just the one. And maybe she was just the one. And maybe she was just the one. Thank you guys. Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Oh, chair choice is looking pretty good now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is fun.
No, I still got to go after you, Mr. Comanche. Yeah.
Well, that was fantastic. We need
Just need to not be so clumsy. That's all.
to bring less junk. So I told you I write a bunch. I write probably twice a day most days, and if I can find somebody that will tolerate writing with me, and we write pretty good stuff, and we get along, then we keep writing. I've got a guy named John Frank that I write with, mostly kind of pop country stuff. That's cool. But he brings this title one. I mean, I don't write that stuff very much or very well, truthfully. But anyway, he brings this title in, and I was like, okay, A, we're writing that title. And B, we're writing that title old school way. Empty church, early morning. The sun cutting through that stained glass like a knife. My head hurts from hanging on to this fifth of beam I need to start my day off right. I'm down here at the end of my rope, looking up for a little hope. So Lord, if you're real and you're listening, and you don't think I'm past forgiving, is there something in that Bible to help me out of this bottle? 'Cause the life I've made ain't worth the living. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. Broken home, broken vows. I broke everything I had. The devil must be proud. Don't know why you take me in. If I were you, I'd hate the man I've been. But Lord, if you're real and you're listening, and you don't think I'm past forgiving, is there something in that Bible? Pull me out of this bottle, 'cause the life I've made ain't worth the living. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. It's the last place I ever thought I'd be, but here I am, down on my knees. So Lord, if you're real and you're listening, and you don't think I'm past forgiving, is there something in that Bible? Pull me out of this bottle, 'cause the life I've made ain't worth the living. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
I mentioned before I like songs with a little meat on the bones, and this one kind of got a little bit of meat on the bones for me, I guess. 2020 was a wild year, if anybody could say hell yeah. I never tried that. That worked good. That worked good. Damn.
Just file that away. Gonna play that card again.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I lost my job, opened up a roofing company, just try to pay the bills, and it's been going good. But I was a little frustrated last year, and I guess this song came out one day. But I'm from the Catskill Mountains in New York, and at the end of them, if you stand where I'm from and you look at the end of the mountain, it looks like there's a man laying down in them, and we call him the Man in the Mountain. That's where the legend of Rip Van Winkle's from, and so this, I kind of used him in it, but goes like this. Sorry, I'm still working on the intros, okay? There's a man in the mountain, he's been laying there for years. Say he cried once like a fountain, filled the river with his tears. R.I.P. to old Van Winkle, rest in peace, today's gone by. Ain't it funny how the world goes round, if you're dead or you're alive? 'Cause I've been looking at how the world goes round, if you're dead or you're alive. Well, I can write a song in the morning, and I can write another in the evening too. Picking on a barroom show at night, working on a job to pay my dues. And I can run a Chevy Silverado with a toolbox and a dog. Mister, could you show me how the world goes round at the bottom of the boat? Been rubbing my nose in how your world goes round at the bottom of the boat. Born in a trailer in the middle of the woods, thinking, good God, how to get it so good. Oh, white boy in a pickup truck, trying to get ahead, but it ain't my luck. Well, I don't really need too much and nothing. I can get by on life all day. Make a cup of coffee in the morning, smoke a little weed and fry some eggs. If you really want to know what I'm thinking, there ain't nobody telling you I figured it out. But I've been looking at how the world goes round when your feet ain't on the ground. Brother, could you tell me how your world goes round when your feet ain't on the ground? Born in a trailer in the middle of the woods, thinking, good God, how to get it so good. Straight white male in a pickup truck, trying to get ahead, but it ain't my luck. Throw a little golf ball held my direction, and I can turn it into a mountain of gold. I've been working hard for the fish I'm catching, make a little room at the fishing hole. Born in a trailer in the middle of the woods, thinking, good God, how to get it so good. Straight white male in a pickup truck, trying to get ahead, but it ain't my luck. Sorry, I fell off the rails at the end, but that's up there. I gotta work on that one. Sorry. Thank you. It's a feather. I gotta think higher. Oh, this feather? Oh, I found that in Montana. I stuck it in my hat at that music festival I was at, and I forgot it was up there until you said that. Thanks.
All right, guys, this next one is a song that I wrote based off Psalm 139. I love to take different verses and turn them into songs. So that chapter in Psalms is just about how there's nowhere we can go that the Lord's not already there, which is a great reminder when we need to remember there's nothing we can do that the Lord doesn't see, but also a comfort to know that we can't go anywhere too far, that He won't meet us there too. So the song's called Even There. You search me, you know me, you see my heart completely. You know my words before they're spoken. There's nowhere I could hide or run. Yeah, I could fly to the highest mountain. I could sail to the middle of the ocean. Still your love would find me. Still your hand would guide me. day, through all the joy, in the midst of my fears. I know in every moment you're near. Yeah, I could fly to the highest mountain. I could sail to the middle of the ocean. Still your love would find me. Still your hand would guide me. Yeah, I could run to the farthest place, but still I could never hide from your grace. No, still your love would find me. Still your hand would guide me. 'Cause you are even there. And even the dark's not dark to you. Even the night is bright with you. Nothing could separate. No, I can't escape. Yeah, even the dark's not dark to you. Even the night is bright with you. Nothing could separate. No, I can't escape your love. No, no. I could fly to the highest mountain. I could sail to the middle of the ocean. Still your love would find me. Still your hand would guide me. Yeah, I could run to the farthest place, but still I could never hide from your grace. No, still your love could find me. Still your hand would guide me. 'Cause you are even there. Thank you, thank you.
All right, so now is the part in your show where you were going to get some kind of funny stuff for one song, but Nick spilled all this water, and I guarantee I'm going to get struck by lightning if I sing this song now. And the other one's even worse. I'm not going to sing either of them. But they were funny, I'm telling you.
You're welcome, Lord.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did it for
Exactly.
the Lord.
Favorite one.
Booby trap.
So, but I'm telling you, I'm running out of happy songs. You can tell from the last one that even the happy ones, that's sort of where I like them to live, you know. What? I can't. Not now. I'm gonna do
Sounded like you got a request.
I'm gonna do a nice song. So I wrote this with Adam and Josie Bisto. They're good friends of mine back in, they live up in Goodlettsville. And we wrote this right before COVID, and the song really, it made us feel good when we wrote it, and it's sort of been a life raft we've hung on to through all that mess that we've been in and we're still in. Teacher that sees something great in each and every child. The cancer clinic volunteer always brings a smile. The stepdad that steps up and loves him like his own. They're just ordinary people that do extraordinary things. They don't have superpowers. They don't fly on wings. You might not ever know their names, but they don't do it for the fame. They come in every size and shape. Not all heroes wear capes. The girl that gives a shelter dog a second chance at life. The rescue team that doesn't sleep keeps searching through the night. The voice coming through that crisis line makes you feel a little less alone. They're just ordinary people that do extraordinary things. They don't have superpowers and they don't fly on wings. You might not ever know their names, but they don't do it for the fame. They come in every size and shape. Not all heroes wear capes. For those that wear the uniform and make our country proud, some still fighting demons they don't talk about, and others under crosses a long, long way from home. They're just ordinary people that do extraordinary things. They don't have superpowers and they don't fly on wings. You might not ever know their names, but they don't do it for the fame. They come in every size and shape. Not all heroes wear capes. They're just ordinary people. They come in every size and shape. 'Cause not all heroes wear capes. Thank you. Thank you all.
That was beautiful.
Ballad laying down.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. You said you're out from like Oklahoma area. I just made it to the Midwest kind of recently for the first couple of times in my life, and out in Nebraska and like Kansas area, and pretty flat out there. I'll be honest. Not necessarily for me, but there's beauty everywhere. You know, it's people got to live everywhere. So not everybody can live in Montana or somewhere beautiful. Anyway, when I sing this song, I kind of picture that area, the plains or whatever, the Midwest kind of. But this is just a song about. I can't remember now that I'm trying to do the intro, but we'll figure it out somewhere in the middle, and then everybody will get it all at once. All right. Grandpappy told me, son, you better get to living on up to the family name. Better get up about 4 in the morning. Before you go to bed, you better work all day. And if I told you that I love you, would you say you're coming with me, baby girl? We'll be running away. A little good luck, $100 in my pocket. A little bit more and it'll be okay. Well, the moon is so bright and the night, it is young, and the life that I live, well, it has just begun. Could be on the next horizon, or could be sailing across the sea. Hey, pretty woman, would you want to come along with me? I said, hey, pretty woman, would you want to come along with me? Ooh. Well, I ain't never gonna land as a company man, but I know a lot of people that do. So, honey, if you're in it for the money, there's a lot of fellas you can pick on through. But if you're looking for a guy with a fire in his eye, raising all the hell I do, like I see is like a picture in the paper, ditching this town, just me and you. Well, the moon is so bright in the night, it is young, and the life that I live, well, it has just begun. Could be on the next horizon, or could be sailing across the sea. Hey, pretty woman, would you want to come along with me? I said, hey, pretty woman, would you want to come along with me? Would you want to take a solo? Ooh, no, it's okay. We're just gonna do a ooh part. Ooh. Well, the moon's so bright in the night, it is young, and the life that I live, well, it has just begun. Could be on the next horizon, or could be sailing across the sea. Hey, pretty woman, would you want to come along with me? I said, hey, pretty woman, would you want to come along with me? I'm just gonna, yeah, we're gonna. Thanks. Sorry. I realized I spit all over myself at one point in that song. I was like, oh my God. In the spotlight. Sorry.
This is what's called a safe place. You're in a safe place.
You guys are very gracious. Thank
And
you.
I'm far enough away, I don't think you can spit this far.
Hit you with the kung flu.
All right, so this next song, I'll do another country one, and of course, another one written from another friend's relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it. So she was kind of telling me about this on-again, off-again guy that she was dating, and basically just trying to decide, is this something that she wants to put the work in and try to make work, or is there really something better out there for her? So all of those feelings and conversations turned into this song. History. Just because it's there doesn't mean that it's good for me. It just seems to always have the tendency to repeat itself. Little friend, you say you've changed, but I don't know that I'm convinced. Is believing you not so blissful, ignorant. Oh, I can't tell. It's tearing me apart and holding me together. It's killing me but keeping me alive. And I don't know if this is it or if I could do better. It's my heart being true or telling me a lie. Oh, I don't want to, but I want you. And I can't recall exactly what it was that made me say forget it all. Was it me, not you, or you, not me? Yeah, who's the fault? Or Does it matter anyway? It's tearing me apart and holding me together. It's killing me but keeping me alive. And I don't know if this is it or if I could do better. It's my heart being true or telling me a lie. Oh, I don't want to, but I want you. Baby, my answer is the question. The fact that I should leave, no confusion. But it's tearing me apart and holding me together. It's killing me but keeping me alive. And I don't know if this is it or if I could do better. It's my heart being true or telling me a lie. Oh, I don't want to, but I want you. Thank you, thank you.
All right, so now we can do a funny one now. I can follow that and not feel in danger. So about almost 7 years ago, I quit a pretty good job to move to Utah to live in the country and be a rock star. And so I got up to like half poverty level of income and thought, this is going too well. So I'm going to move to Nashville to be a songwriter. That was 3 years ago. And now you can add like 3 zeros in front of it and push everything down to where you can put it all on a parking meter. So anyway, the whole point of that for this song is about that circle of life, and I thought I was writing it about some strangers, and it turns out I know damn well that my kids think this is me in this song. Mom and Dad were just 19 when I came along. Next year was my sister, new verse, same song. They went from high school to working to family in the blink of an eye. He was a 30-year man at the DuPont plant. She was a PTA mom with an apron and a minivan, living that traditional middle-class American life. One day my sister called, said, I'm at Mom and Dad's. Things are getting weird, you better get here fast. Mom has got a tramp stamp, boob job and beach tan. Dad is wearing flip-flops, grooving on Snoop Dogg, for sale by owner's sign out in the yard. They're throwing all our stuff out to say they bought a beach house somewhere down in Mexico, so everything's gotta go. I swear I smell marijuana in the garage. For most folks, the wilder years come first. I guess Mom and Dad are living in reverse.
Hell yeah, they are.
My kids, they hate this, I know. I went over to the house, and man, sure enough, my old straight-laced parents were all turned up. I asked my hippie-looking dad, please tell me what's going on. He said, we raised the two of you and we got that right, but now your mom and me are fixing to turn back time. We got a lot of catching up before we're dead and gone. So Mama got a tramp stamp, boob job and beach tan. Dad is wearing flip-flops, grooving on Snoop Dogg, for sale by owner's sign out in the yard. They're throwing all their stuff out to say they bought a beach house somewhere down in Mexico, so everything's gotta go. I swear I smell marijuana in the garage. For most folks, their wilder years come first. I guess mom and dad are living in reverse. All right, here comes the best line, so I gotta get you ready. Who'd have thought they'd turn out like this? We're not mad, we're disappointed. But mama's got a tramp stamp, boob job and beach tan. Daddy's wearing flip-flops, grooving on Snoop Dogg. Watching them grow young is so bizarre. Beer and margaritas, they'll call us if they need us. Looking like it's gonna do everything they wanted to. I smells like Willie Nelson in the garage. For most folks, the wilder years come first. I guess mom and dad, hats off to mom and dad for living in reverse. For living in reverse. Spending the inheritance in Crossville, America.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, boys. Thank you.
Dang.
So I've played that for a young crowd before. It's not good. You guys just had to sit through it for like 3.5 minutes. But a whole crowd full of young people, it's like, creeper.
That's funny. Again, I'm going to try to play this song with cut up fingers. So that's why I'm playing middle fingered tonight. Hope none of you mind. I wrote this song mostly sitting on my front stoop after figuring out how to make can of butter for the first time, and I ate brownies that were entirely too potent. And sat out there and I wrote this song for the most part, and then I had to have my friend Shayna G help me out to finish it up. And it gets a little silly, but, you know, so is life. Well, there's a leaf tornado and it's rolling through the middle of the yard that I've been renting from a man. Lives in North Carolina and I never even seen him, but I heard he fought in Kurdistan. Well, it ain't my business if he did or if he didn't. I'll assume that he's as happy as a clam, sitting on a deed to the house that I pay for, all because I can't afford a piece of land. If I had more sense, I'd be saving every dime. Instead, I called in sick and laid in bed, and it's working out just fine. I've learned the hard way, we ain't got time to waste, but I still spend my days wasting time. I still spend my days wasting time. There's the second part. Man. Ran out of other folks to blame for the shape I'm in, so I think I'm gonna smoke a little pot and put my head on straight in a full-on haze. Wouldn't want the brain to rot. Oh, but who am I kidding? I was pretty much begging for a spot to hold the junk I got. I've been picking up shit along the road of life, like a hooker in a trucker's lot. If I had more sense, I'd be saving every dime. Instead, I called in sick and laid in bed, and it's working out just fine. I've learned the hard way, we ain't got time to waste, but I still spend my days wasting time. I still spend my days wasting time. I could have a castle on a hill with a yacht in the ocean on an island in France. But the good Lord knows them things ain't important and they won't change who I am. I've learned the hard way. We ain't got time to waste, but I still spend my days wasting time. I still spend my days wasting time. There it is. Hal O'Dell with the outro.
I was so entranced by that. I'm like, I'm not stepping on any of that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Love it. Trying to see what to follow that with, Nick.
Sorry. It's
I love it.
Christian music. And I was like, oh, man.
I won't slow it down too much yet.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
You're still stinting in the water, so
I know. Or evaporated.
Oh, man. All right. This one is a song that I wrote with my good friend Case and Lester. And it was an idea that I'd been sitting on for a couple years and threw it out in one of our writes, and I think it turned into a pretty good song. So this one's called Just Like the Beginning. No, they say feelings fade away. Yeah, I know love can come and go, but with you, from the first moment I knew this was gonna last. I was looking at forever, and you're the one I've been waiting on all these years, and you're the one I've been talking about in my prayers. Young love, just a flickering flame left in the cold, but our love, it'll never fade away, never grow old, no. I'm all in from start to finish, and I'll love you till the end, just like the beginning. I still get nervous every time that our hands touch. Even now, I can't believe you're mine somehow. And to this day, you still take my breath away. Nothing has and nothing will change, 'cause you're the one I've been waiting on all these years, and you're the one I've been talking about in my prayers. Young love, just a flickering flame left in the cold, but our love, it'll never fade away, never grow old, no. I'm all in from start to finish, and I'll love you till the end, just like the beginning, only stronger with time. Every day that you're mine, every day that you're mine, and every now and then I fall all over again, all over again, 'cause you're the one I've been waiting on all these years, and you're the one I've been talking about in my prayers. Young love, just a flickering flame left in the cold, but our love, it'll never fade away, never grow old, no. I'm all in from start to finish, and I'll love you till the end, Thank you, guys.
That was fantastic. All right. It would be awesome to have songs on the radio and people would know them and say, "Oh, play the dance that you wrote," you know. But if anybody asks for a song to be played, I'm like, I don't. That's like a victory. Even if
request, you got a request.
even if it's Jamie asking for a song that he and I wrote together, I'm like, that's
Request.
so. I'm gonna do this. You're bailing on your lead part on this, huh?
Yeah, I can't do lead guitar. Sorry.
All right. Well, envision like Stevie Ray Vaughan playing.
Ain't no love in this house no more. Ain't no love in this house no more. You put a big steel lock on the old front door. There ain't no love in this house no more. The door would stay locked even if I had a key. The door would stay locked even if I had a key. Well, I thought you were wrong, guess it really wasn't me. The door stayed locked even if I had a key. All this lonely make a man go wild, with a bed so cold and a world on fire. You're a hanging judge, I'm the fool's right hand. You're a hanging judge, I'm the fool's right hand. And it don't take nothing to condemn a good man. You're a hanging judge, I'm the fool's right hand. Feels like bars when the shadows fall. Feels like bars when the shadows fall. And there ain't no doors, just four dark walls. It feels like bars when the shadows fall. All this lonely make a man go wild, in a bed so cold and the world on fire. It'll end up wearing out a hole in a man. It'll end up wearing out a hole in a man. And you can't fill it up with a sack full of sand. It'll end up wearing out a hole in a man. Never seen a river this deep and wide. Ain't gonna cross till the day I die.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being there and helping us drag that song out of the ether.
I got a buddy named Chad, who's another. Yeah, hell yeah, you do. Chads are they're great. They're dope. But anyway, he was thinking about leaving Nashville as a songwriter and just trying to decide if maybe Texas was a better fit or what. And so we wrote this song. And he never did go away. He stayed, but we still wrote this song. I pulled out of the parking lot, figured I'd go smoke some pot, see where it might point me to today. 'Cause I was told that Tennessee's a storyteller's place to be, but it don't look like it's shaping up that way. I heard the old man tell me about a place where I could go, where there's dancing senoritas just north of Mexico. And I hope that you'll forgive me for what I'm about to do, 'cause I'm headed down to Texas, guess I'm running out on you. Got a call the other day, they told me I could bail some hay, $100 a week and a place to lay my head. They told me I could sing my songs on weekend nights all summer long, and that don't sound like too bad of a gig. I heard the old man tell me about a place where I could go, where the cactus flowers bloom and the dusty pastures blow. And I hope that you'll forgive me for what I'm about to do, 'cause I'm headed down to Texas, guess I'm running out on you. Well, I'll pack up this old guitar, chuck it in that broke down car, load up the dog, head on down the road. 'Cause I can almost guarantee them honky-tonks are there for me. At least that's what I keep on getting told. And I heard the old man tell me about a place where I could go, where the sun burns down like fire and the cattle tend to roam. And I hope that you'll forgive me for what I'm about to do, 'cause I'm headed down to Texas, guess I'm running out on you. 'Cause I'm headed down to Texas, guess I'm running out on you. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna do one more song and then pass the mic back to Jamie. And this one's gonna slow us down again, but I feel like I need to do my 2020 song. Everybody did that one. So this is one that I wrote when I was back home with my family when nothing much was going on in the world. We were all just writing songs. But this one's called Beauty in the Chaos. And I wrote it just because a lot of times life feels like chaos, but God's always working something beautiful in it. And I was reading this devotional that talked about how if it was always sunny days, that would just be a desert, which is a really good point. And then all of the cheesy sayings like it's the rain that brings the rainbows is true. But this one's called Beauty in the Chaos. May never know why on this side of heaven, but you don't ask me to. Always try to understand it, so I surrender. Let control slip through my fingers and trust that you are good even when it doesn't feel good. 'Cause you're making beauty in the chaos. Let the falling rain wash over me. 'Cause all the sunshine and no rain makes a dry desert place where I can't see. You're making beauty in the chaos. You don't waste a thing, and in the midst of it all, you're refining me, so I surrender. Let control slip through my fingers and trust that you are good even when it doesn't feel good. You're making beauty in the chaos. Let the falling rain wash over me. 'Cause all the sunshine and no rain makes a dry desert place where I can't see. You're making beauty in the chaos. You're making beauty in the chaos. Let the falling rain wash over me. 'Cause all the sunshine and no rain makes a dry desert place where I can't see. You're making beauty in the chaos. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was awesome. Nicole Coley, y'all.
Y'all having fun?
So I told you I had a band for a while out in Utah. Mostly what we did was kind of Southern rock stuff. But I did convince those guys that maybe we could put one slow song on the album that we did. I know none of y'all have seen the album because almost every copy's in my drummer's basement in a sack. It would be funny. It would be funny, but it's totally true. It's sort of funny, but it's true.
And there.
You could sell those things. Anyway, this is a song we wrote, put it at the end of the album. And it's about, after you come out of a relationship and someone leaves you and hurts you, and you mostly wish them ill. But eventually, you hopefully you circle back around. And remember, there were some good things in them, and that's what made you love them in the first place. So anyway, when they're hurting, you're hurting. And anyway, that's what this song is about, called 80 Miles to Tulsa.
Been almost a year since you left me back here on my own. Your folks came by today, they said they'd seen you, and their happy girl was gone. Well, there's things that they don't know, they just remember better days. But the way they talked about you, there was more than time and distance in the way. They showed me a picture, looked like you were made of glass, and trying hard not to break. It's only 80 miles to Tulsa, and I could use a good excuse to drive to town. Well, you can call, it's the same old number. If you need anything I got, I'm around. I'm around. I wish I could see, just looking at that picture, what it is you can't get through. Is it the pills come back around, or some other kind of devil strange and new? But the truth is, even when we were together, it was hard to see what had a hold of you. It's only 80 miles to Tulsa, and I could use a good excuse to drive to town. Well, you can call, it's the same old number. If you need anything I got, I'm around. If you need a friend to point you toward tomorrow, or to help you get past everything you're not. If you need someone who remembers all the things that make you special. If you need anything I got, I'm around. I'm around. I'm around. I'm around. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello there, Nick Halstead.
Mr. In the Mountains. It's been a pleasure playing with you. And Nicole, you too. I don't know where she went. Oh, there she goes.
There she goes.
Great
She's
job.
sneaking around.
Jamie, thanks for having me. And
She's probably selling CDs like hotcakes right now.
yeah. Yeah, probably. That was a beautiful song, sir. Made my decision pretty straightforward. It was a toss-up between this one or my 2020 song, and I opted to play the dumb one. So this is the dumbest one I got about my favorite color, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But it's in the trees and it's all I see, and it's the perfect combination of blue and yellow. It's allergies and it's a can of beans and a little puff of weed. Won't kill you, fella, but wind it up and we can burn one down. Take a little spin on the merry-go-round. Well, you don't need purple and you don't need pink. All you really need is green. Well, I've seen a lot of colors, all the places I've been, and you go a lot of places when you ride the wind. Ain't one to pick favorites, but I believe there's only one color for me. Wind it up and we can burn one down. Take a little spin on the merry-go-round. Well, you don't need purple and you don't need pink. All you really need is green. Me and my buddy wrote this in about 45 minutes. If you couldn't tell.
Was you on the back porch?
We were on the front porch.
Okay.
My parents were about to pull into town, and I was on the clock, and I was like, I don't care what we write about, dude. I was like, we already ate breakfast. I'm ready to just write a song. Let's do green. And that's how this came out. The last verses goes like this. Well, there's a tractor tilling up a farmer's field. There ain't no telling what it's gonna yield. There's only one thing that I can guarantee. It's probably gonna be green. Wind it up, we can burn one down. Take a little spin on the merry-go-round. Well, you don't need purple and you don't need pink. All you really need is green. Thanks.
All right.
Y'all don't try that at home. This takes a professional.
All right. Man, it's good to be back behind the microphone. I ain't used to sitting in a chair watching, but I do love to do that. And was Miss Nicole, what do y'all think about Miss Nicole? Come on. Y'all give her a hand. And I'm glad I did sit down because this young fella right here asked me to play a song that I wrote, another one I wrote. Me and a friend of mine, he is in West Texas. Man, I always have a hard time thinking of where he lives. But Jason Price, if he's out there, this is called Some Flowers Never Bloom, if I can remember it, because I got another song in my head. But hopefully I can get this. If I get just a little bit of guitar, just a little bit, man. She's like right there behind the window. If she saw me, I don't know. I guess she's still doing time. She's got a head in her hand, a $10 spray on tan, a bottle of salt and a slice of lime. Some eyes, they never cry. Some songs seem out of tune. Some dancers never step into the light. Some flowers never bloom. I guess the last time I saw her standing there at the altar with anger in her eye, I'd never see her again. All along I believed that was her plan. Yeah, that was her plan. Some eyes, they never cry. Some songs seem out of tune. Some dancers never step into the light, yeah. Some flowers never bloom. Some flowers never bloom. I stopped myself at the door. I knew that I'd been there before, at least a dozen times. I gave her one last look, closed the cover on that book. Yeah, that's how I said goodbye. Some eyes, they never cry. Some songs seem out of tune, yeah. Some dancers never step into the light, yeah. Some flowers never bloom. Some flowers never bloom. She's like right there behind the window. She saw me, don't know. I guess she's still doing time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you asking for that, man. I've been trying, Asa likes this spoken word. And it's been something I've kind of been into for a long time. I've never really done a lot of it. This is the first place I ever done it. I done it the first night we did the ground and around. Second time I did it. And so far I've come up with something new each time. But this one tonight I've never done out. I've only read it at the house. So y'all forgive me if I was to blunder for any reason. But this is actually a true story. This is a story I wrote about my wife. I'm going to end the night on my wife. This is a story about how we met because her dad and her grandmother and her grandmother's cousin saw me sing at the Ernest Tubb Troubadour Theater back in the 90s. And they came out. They would come out for a few weekends there. And then one weekend, I'm standing out on break with Gary, which is my father-in-law. He's passed on, bless his heart now. But we standing there talking, and he says, "Oh, you'd have to see Gary. Gary's like 6'4", big guy, cowboy hat. I mean, dressed to the nines, you know, he's cowboy. And I'll show you a picture of my daughter." I'm thinking, man, what in the world something this dude's going to show? And I'm thinking, whoo, it's a pretty girl. She's a good-looking woman, you know. I'm thinking, well, that's pretty. That's nice, Gary. And so we go on. Nothing's ever said. The next time I show up, they got her with them. They just brought her, you know. And neither one of us had any interest in the other one. It was quite odd. I won't go through the whole story. But the father-in-law, the grandmother, and the cousin, they worked their magic. Took them just a few months, took them a little while. They made it happen. But this spoken word is called My Woman, My Best Friend, My One and Only Love. And before I say the next line, my wife is a crazy Willie Nelson freak. She loves Willie Nelson. And she loves the song, I'd Have to Be Crazy to Fall Out of Love with You. So this song wound up in this. So my woman, my best friend, my one and only love, and a little Willie go a long, long way. My favorite song is I'd Have to Be Crazy and plumb out of my mind I should be. Out of all the pretty girls up in Nashville, the one that I found was a Willie Nelson freak. I'm going to stop right there for a minute, maybe back up a month, maybe two. I was asked for a favor from a good friend, and you can swear that I'm loco, but this is true. This is just what father-in-law said. Hoss, would you pretend to date my daughter? And what an easy yes on my part. Her current situation didn't suit his expectations, so I was obliged to step in and do my part. They'd found me singing for my supper. They brought her to see me, but she didn't bite. Now, if I'm honest with myself and with all of you, I kind of had my suspicions, but again, I was obliged to simply follow through. No, I had no idea of their real plan, and a deviously deceptive one it was. They'd planned, they'd tested, they'd put into play. That favor he asked, I'm still doing to this day. 24 years this December. Now, I didn't show y'all a photo. Those of y'all, you can look on social media and see. I feel like I got a pretty wife. So y'all draw your own conclusions. My own daddy asked her if she needed glasses. Honest truth. So, now don't worry, this is all coming to an end. I just felt like sharing a bit of my past. So I'll pick right back up where I just left off, and you can take another toke that just passed. I could have spent my whole life searching a bigger treasure I'm sure don't exist than all I've been given from the fruit of one favor. I can't imagine any other life than this. I'd have to be crazy, plumb out of my mind to fall out of love with her. Like I've said before, at the end of the day, a little bit of Willie goes a long, long way. My woman, my best friend, and my one and only love. Hal O'Dell.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. No, my wife, her name's Karen. Thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all coming out. Y'all get your tickets for next month and the 30th. Yeah, October 30th. And I'm trying to pull out of my head who's going to be here. I know Greg Wilson is going to be here. Do you remember names? That's terrible. I went blank. I went absolutely blank. But we'll have it on page here shortly. But hope y'all really enjoyed it tonight. Hope y'all come back out to see us. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Asa. Thank you, Nicole, Nick, and Hal. Y'all have a great night. Be sweet. Jamie loves you and Jesus does too. About the